Sometimes police officers tend to be corrupt or ignorant, but what happens when they meet people who know the law? Take, for example, this officer who chose to run away when he realized he made a mistake.
Traffic. It's a federal law. You don't know the law.
There is also this cop who liked to get in your personal space.
You don't touch me.
Or else what?
You don't touch me.
Or else what?
Then there is another cop who simply believes he can do whatever he wants.
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
You don't have to answer anything.
Okay.
You don't have to. Why can you stand here all day? I get paid either way.
Can you go ahead and finish your job so I can carry on?
But first, let's start with this officer who's ignorant enough to be shamed by a teenager.
What's your badge number? Badge number. That says name.
3K12.
Okay.
Now what's your name?
I'm not making any statements.
You're the one driving up and down the street on the motorcycle?
I was on my gas bicycle.
Okay, that's a gas-powered vehicle. You have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not when it's 50cc and you have a permit for it.
You've just witnessed a 15-year-old boy dominating a group of trained police officers with his knowledge. The incident began when the police received a report about a dispute between Michael Franchek and his neighbor over Michael's 15-year-old son, Jack, who was riding a motorbike around the neighborhood. Upon questioning the neighbor, the police were informed that Michael allegedly had a weapon tucked in his belt. When the police arrived at the Franchek family's front door, this is what unfolded.
Can I help you?
Hello, are you, Michael?
Hi, can I help you with something?
Yeah, we're here about a...
And your name?
Officer Rodriguez.
First name?
Jim.
Jim, how are you, Jim? And your name? Please?
So,
Sorry? Badge number?
What's that?
Badge number, please?
let's go ahead and talk about the incident that you had out here a few minutes ago.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Step down here for me.
No, thanks.
Yeah, no.
This was the exact moment that changed the course of this police intervention. Michael started struggling with officers attempting to remove him from his house. The officers used a taser before handcuffing Michael and arresting him. From there on, everything was filmed by his son, Jack, who did a great job at documenting the incident.
This is unbelievable.
No, I know.
This is
They
unbelievable.
walked in the house without a search warrant.
This is unbelievable.
Okay.
It's all on film. Get my camera.
It's on my phone, too.
It's on my phone. The whole thing is on film. The whole thing is on film. Jack, follow me and record.
Right this way.
Follow me and record.
Give us space.
I'm not...
Give us space.
Okay.
No, Jack,
What's
give
your
us-
space? What's your space?
Jack, record the whole film. You're recording.
Give us space.
Does this look like enough space?
To ensure public safety, police must investigate any dispute where a weapon is reported, as in this particular case. Regarding warrantless house entry, the Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures. Generally, police can't enter a home without a warrant or consent. However, exigent circumstances which demand immediate action may justify warrantless entry. These exceptions may depend on the specifics of the situation and can be challenged in court.
I didn't resist.
I know.
I didn't do it. You know. See, he acknowledged that I didn't resist, Jack.
Yeah, I have it on video.
I didn't resist.
Well, we asked you to stop, right?
I didn't do anything against your instructions. This guy came into my house without a warrant, without any probable cause.
Let me just talk for a second.
I said, I don't know anything, and he tackled me in my house. He recorded the whole thing. This guy is out of control.
Okay.
What's your badge? What's your name?
Step back.
I'm not...
Look, he
I'm
just
on my
touched me.
property.
You can record all you want, but
Another
you're
one.
stepping back
Another
right
one.
now.
This guy,
Hey, don't touch me. Stop harassing me.
We're just trying to.
I'm videoing this. Please get out of my personal space.
No.
Yes.
You're not gonna
Get out
interfere
of my
with what we're
personal
doing.
space. This is my property. Please
You're
get out
not
of my
gonna interfere with an arrest.
I'm chill. I've been chill.
You can record all you want, but you're not gonna get close to what they're
I'm on
doing.
my property. Move out of my personal space.
I'm gonna stand right
This
here.
is my personal square. Please move.
I'm gonna stand right here.
Please move. You're in my personal space.
What's your name?
Yeah, I do not need to give you that.
Yeah, you do.
For what reason?
Jack, don't do
Because you're
it.
I know.
involved in this.
I'm involved with this. Yes, but this guy threatened me and called the cops on you. And what's your badge number?
What's your name?
What's your badge number? Badge number. That says name.
3K12.
Okay.
Now what's your name?
I'm not making any statements.
You're not making any statements?
Nope.
Okay, I have the right to identify you. You understand that, right?
Then you can search up my face and you can search up my record.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna sit tight for a minute. You're not
Okay.
going anywhere.
I can go in my house if I want.
No, you
Am I
can't.
detained?
You're detained.
For what reason? For what? That guy
going
threatening me? Why isn't that guy going to jail? That guy threatened to beat me in his ass. So why aren't you guys
That's-
arresting him?
that's not the
Why aren't you
information I
attacking?
got.
Yeah. He can just lie.
Jack clearly understands the law and knows his rights well. His behavior towards the police is excellent, achieving his goals without provoking a negative reaction. Now let's examine the police's behavior. They seem to realize the situation is overblown and that their response was inappropriate. The camera even captured one officer acknowledging this by saying, "I know," when Michael stated he wasn't resisting. Officer Rodriguez, who led the chaotic arrest, appears visibly nervous and is aggressive towards Jack at one point.
Cool. You're fine.
Nothing.
You're fine.
Nothing.
You're fine.
Step back. Do not step forward. What did I just tell you?
Please get out of my space.
I do not have to. You
then
cannot interfere with what we're doing.
I'm not interfering when I'm on my property.
Don't step towards the car.
I'm not. Then
you
move out of
did
my
step
way.
towards the car. I told
Okay.
you not to.
You can't. Hey!
Stay back.
I'm going in my house.
Stay back.
I'm going in.
If you try and come past me, you're gonna go on the ground face first. Do you understand me?
Okay, and then I'm gonna file a complaint against
Go get
you.
your camera.
Go grab your camera. Yes. I'm allowing you to do that, but you cannot walk in my house.
There you go.
Okay. Bye.
Officers should exercise greater caution when interacting with minors. Threats, especially those involving potential physical harm like the one made by Officer Rodriguez, are problematic both legally and ethically. Any use of force by police must be justifiable. Police cannot use force simply because someone is recording them. At last, the police started questioning Jack about the misunderstanding that caused this whole incident.
I have 3 cops on me, and I'm 15 years old. Because you guys intruded my house.
So you were the one driving up and down the street on the motorcycle?
I was on my gas bicycle.
Okay, that's a gas-powered vehicle. You have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not when it's 50cc and you have a permit for it.
But we tried to come here to ask a question and figure out what was going on because what we got told is a gun was involved in this incident. So we're going to take this a little more serious.
No gun was involved. Not
Okay.
at all. I don't know why you have to.
We don't know that when
We don't know that.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
I
So
understand
we're gonna
that.
come,
Yes, I
okay?
totally understand that,
Okay?
but you can't just tackle him.
But when he's told to stop, he has to stop. That's a lawful command by an officer.
We can get physical.
Okay?
But you can't just come in the house without a.
We have to control this situation.
Do you have a
Yes,
search
can.
warrant?
We don't need a
We don't
search.
need
Yes,
one.
you do to
You
come
might
in
want to go
someone's
to
house.
school and learn the law.
I
before
already
you go
know
to
the
try
law.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not going to argue about
Okay, please don't talk to me.
Okay.
So get out of my way. Okay,
This is my case.
it's your
So I'll
case.
talk to you as much as I want.
Okay,
to
well I'm
talk
not gonna respond to you.
You don't have to respond
Okay.
to me, but I can talk to you.
Have a good day.
Jack explained that the argument between his neighbor and father started when he was riding around, which irritated the neighbor. The neighbor began threatening him, prompting Jack's father to intervene and warn the neighbor not to escalate, or he would defend himself.
it or
We walked back inside, and yeah.
Okay.
And now you guys are here, coming in the house, and I don't know why he's detained. I don't know why he's getting arrested.
well, I'm not going to get into that and talk to you about that. It's,
Well, you can, because he's my dad, and it was on my property. But
Okay, well, it's not your property, it's your dad's, but we're not going to get into that, okay?
actually,
That's a-
technically it is, because I'm underneath his guardian, so.
Okay, but we're not going to get into that, okay?
Okay.
I'm just trying to find out where, what we're trying to get situated
Okay.
is what took place between you guys being
Okay, and I'm filing a,
Okay,
what's
just,
called on him, because he
Okay.
touched me when I did nothing.
okay,
I mean, if you-
do you want to have a actual conversation?
Where's he going?
To Summit County Jail,
Okay,
okay?
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to talk to you, but I'm not going to play the stupid games, okay?
you kind of are. Because.
Okay, we're done.
Okay.
Okay?
Can I have the case number right now?
Huh?
Can I have where?
We can give it to your dad.
No, right now. I need to hear.
Okay, that,
Tell you what, you can go in the house, you can do whatever, but we're done with you guys.
Okay.
You guys aren't being cooperative. We'll leave it at that.
It appears Officer Rodriguez is bothered by Jack's talkative nature. As previously mentioned, no weapon was involved in the situation, nor was there a physical altercation. Mr. Michael was unjustifiably treated as a threat. Now, let's see what else Jack discovers when he starts questioning the officer about the alleged weapon.
simply could have been just, I don't know if there's an issue going on with neighbors and with your dad and that guy. I don't know what's going on.
This is the first time we've ever seen him, met him, heard of him,
Okay.
looked at him, and the first thing I hear is him saying that bicycle is illegal. It's a 50cc and I have a permit for it. And I told him that, and he goes, well, move out of the way or I'm gonna beat your ass. So that's the first confrontation we had, and all of a sudden he's calling, or I don't know if it's exactly him. You don't have to tell me, but saying that there's a gun involved.
Okay. I'll tell you right now, it wasn't him.
Okay.
So, okay.
Did he call? He called about something, probably, right?
About the bikes and stuff and whatnot, yeah.
Probably, yes.
So,
but it's
okay.
legal.
But it was a nudge. There was other people that were just kind of watching because they heard the commotion, and then they just seen it tucked in the back waistband as you guys were walking back to the house.
Quick question.
Yeah.
So if he has, if he has a concealed carry permit, or if anyone here, and they have a gun, isn't that legal? And you can open carry in the state of Utah, right?
It is.
Yes.
But there's a difference between tucking it in your waistband. That is not open carry. That is a form of open carry. Is seriously, this is open carry.
Yeah.
Like there is no instruction. It's clear as day.
Yes, I
Okay?
understand.
So
that.
once you tuck a weapon in like your waistband or anything,
You have to have a concealed carry permit.
You have to have a concealed carry permit.
Yeah.
Now the average Joe that's standing out here, if they see,
They don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah, you can't.
And all they know is there was an argument.
Yep.
And there was a
Confrontation.
Confrontation, possibly weapon.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to find out what's going on.
I understand that. Yes,
Okay?
I totally understand that. Like, you don't know if there's a gun being pointed at someone, anything.
Correct.
You have to plan for the
Yep,
worst.
so we just have to look at it. And
So I
investigate.
understand that. Yes, but
So,
it's,
okay. So that's just where things
were you standing at the front door with?
I was standing on the sidewalk. So,
Who was with him at the front door?
well, eventually everybody was at the front door.
Well, when two people both knocked on the door.
So he was standing on the porch, and I was standing out on the sidewalk in front of your porch.
And can you tell me why he tackled him into the house? Why he
No
tackled
one
him
got
into the house?
tackled. He was told to stop.
I saw him
And
with
he-
his arm behind his back and twisted all around,
Okay, but that's not
saying,
tackling.
"Come outside."
That's not tackling. Okay.
And I heard that there
Yeah.
was big smacks and stuff like that. So
So,
yeah, I know that's a
I'm not-
taser.
I'm not-
but
I know. But what
I'm still talking. Can you please not interrupt me? So I heard all this stuff, and then all of a sudden you guys are in the house. Did he allow you guys to come in the house?
Okay. I'm not going to get into that with you.
Okay, because you know that you guys came in illegally.
The state of Utah permits open carry of firearms if they are 2 actions away from firing, meaning carrying without a round chambered for semi-automatic firearms. However, if the firearm is concealed, possessing the Concealed Firearm Permit, CFP, is required. In this case, if Mr. Franchek has a valid concealed firearm permit in Utah, he would be legally allowed to carry a concealed firearm, including in his waistband. Now let's see what happened at the conclusion of this discussion.
So what's your name?
You already figured it out. So
I figured it out.
you already got it from him.
He didn't give it to us.
You
but I
have his
figured
last
it
name
out.
and you figured out my first name. So
So I'll screen this for no disclosure of ID.
okay. I literally said I don't make statements. You're like begging me for my
Okay, but here's the
identification.
thing.
I'm not talking to you.
You're
I'm
required
talking
by
to him.
law.
Jack, let me explain something to you,
Okay,
Jack.
I'm not talking to you.
Jack, the reason we're here is because of you racing your motorcycle or your gas-powered bike or whatever.
That I have a permit for.
Okay.
So I don't know why you're here. And You're
just
here.
told you
You're
why we're
here
here.
because he told me because someone called the cops saying that there was a gun involved. So you don't have to lie because I know that guy.
No. We found out there was a gun involved later.
No, when someone called, he told me you guys came here for that. I have it on video. I don't
All
care.
right.
You guys can
All
say
right.
whatever.
Have a nice day, all right?
Okay, you too.
Here was the one.
Failure for identification. When my dad literally said his name is Jack Franchek. Okay.
Eventually, Michael Franchek was charged with interfering with an arresting officer, failure to disclose his identity, and disorderly conduct. However, these charges were soon dropped after the arrest. Following this, Mr. Franchek filed a federal lawsuit against Park City, alleging that his and his son's civil rights were violated during the confrontation. After a detailed investigation, Officer Rodriguez was found in violation of 5 acts of procedural misconduct. Also, 3 Park City police officers guilty of a total of 9 violations. And in the end, Sergeant Cameron Thor was fired from service.
All right, Mr. Proctor. That is your last name. Everything okay?
Do I need to answer any of your
You don't have
questions?
to answer anything, dude.
Okay,
You don't have to. Lucky you stand here all day. I get
Can-
paid either way.
Can you go ahead and finish your job
Sam?
so I can carry on?
This is Mac Proctor, a YouTuber / part-time delivery driver who happens to have a strong knowledge of the law, and he's about to reveal just how corrupt and ignorant some police officers can be. While on his shift, Mac parked in a private lot waiting for a takeout order. His vehicle wasn't in a designated parking spot, but it wasn't blocking traffic either, and he only left it unattended briefly to pick up his food. Upon returning to his vehicle, Mac was approached by a police officer who claimed he was violating parking rules.
What's up with the anger, dude?
I'm not angry.
You're not angry? You always talk to everybody like that?
I'm not angry.
Oh, okay.
I just want you to go ahead and wrap things up, please.
Oh, okay.
Mac has a constitutional right to remain silent when questioned by a police officer, especially when the questions are not related to any criminal investigation. Throughout the interaction, Mac maintained a calm demeanor and did not raise his voice or make any inappropriate comments. Despite this, the officer asked why Mac was being so angry. This reaction from the officer might be interpreted as a reflection of a broader issue where some police officers are accustomed to having authority and control in their interactions with the public. It is possible that this particular officer misinterpreted Mac's exercise of his legal rights as a confrontational or combative stance.
All right, well, you know, I'll give you a break on it, but you know what I'm saying? This isn't a parking spot, okay, dude?
You're not giving me a break. You're harassing me at this point. I'd like to leave. May I leave now, please?
Well, do you understand?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
All right. So do you understand why I stopped you?
Do I need to answer any more of your questions?
You don't have to.
Okay.
The officer informs Mac that he is being detained for parking in a particular spot to issue a citation for a parking violation. For an officer to issue such a citation, the vehicle must be in violation of local, state, or federal parking regulations. These regulations might include infractions like parking in a handicapped spot without the proper documentation or permit. In this case, it is clear that Mac is not parked in a handicapped spot without the necessary documentation, which means that the officer must specify the exact parking regulation that Mac is allegedly violating. If no clear violation of the law is present, then the detention and citation might be unwarranted.
Mr. Proctor, can I give you your stuff so you can leave?
Can you?
I can, but you're the one. I would have let you go a long time ago.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can leave?
I'll give it to you right now. I just want to know that, you know, so you're okay, because usually I don't get people all this.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can be on my way?
You're okay.
I don't need to answer any of your questions.
Hey, there we go again. Jesus Christ. You know? I'm trying to say that...
You're trying to display your power to me right now.
I'm concerned about it. Is there a problem to be concerned about another human being?
You have no reason to be concerned about me.
So it's okay then. You're okay. Then
you can hand me my documents and I can be on my way. Or we can...
Okay. So, okay, so if I hand you your stuff, you'll be fine and taken off and you're not angry, right? You're not gonna... Okay, here, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take a chance on you, all right? Here, Mr. Proctor, everything's cool, all right? We're blocking traffic here, your stuff. All right, hopefully you have a good day. Everything works out for you, all right?
Am I free to leave now?
Yes, you are.
Could you please step away from the vehicle?
Yes, I will.
Mac was allowed to go without any more problems, but this situation makes us wonder why he faced extra difficulties just for choosing to stay quiet under the Fifth Amendment. It's confusing because it seems like this whole thing didn't need to happen. If the officer had seen Mac's car blocking traffic, they could have easily solved the problem by asking Mac to move it. That way, Mac could have gone on with his day without any trouble. Instead, the officer decided to hold Mac back, stopping him from moving his car and making the situation worse by keeping it in a place that supposedly made traffic worse.
I'm doing well.
What's your name, sir?
Who are you?
I'm sorry?
That's not the way this goes. Who are you?
I'm Sergeant Barry Antis, Fort Wayne Police Department. How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
I didn't give it.
I know. I want to know what your name is.
I don't care what you want.
Well,
that's not the policy.
The Secret Service.
I don't care.
Us to identify
then why
who you are.
don't they come out here and talk to me?
They will in a moment.
Okay, go ahead. Am I being detained?
What's your name?
Am I being detained?
What is your name?
Am I being detained?
What is your name?
I'm gonna assume no.
What's that?
I'm gonna say, hey, don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Public servant, don't touch me. Look, public servant, you don't touch me. You don't touch me.
Or else what?
You don't touch me.
Or else what?
I will file a complaint.
You can file a complaint.
Don't touch
I'm going
me.
to identify you.
You're being live streamed?
According to-
Nope.
Yes, you are being
Am I being
It's going to
detained?
identify who you are.
That's not the way this goes.
Well, I don't care what you think.
Okay.
Officer Barrientos should definitely care because his actions are violating this man's rights. The individual in question was filming the area around the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum shortly before a Trump rally, with many Secret Service agents present in the scene. They reportedly requested the police to check on a person with a camera, leading to the confrontation you just witnessed. The key issue here is the First Amendment, which protects the freedom of speech as well as the freedom of the press. In this case, the man was merely exercising his freedom of the press by filming the public area around him.
What ordinance have I broken?
What is your name, sir?
Have I committed a misdemeanor?
What is your name?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
For under what probable cause?
Okay.
What is your RAS? Your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime.
You have your face covered.
It's
taking photos
cold
of-
outside.
Reasonable articulable suspicion allows police officers to conduct brief stops and detentions if they have a rational basis to suspect someone is involved in criminal activity. This standard requires more than a gut feeling but doesn't need as much evidence as probable cause. Probable cause, on the other hand, means there is enough evidence for a reasonable person to believe that a crime has been or is being committed. Understanding these two concepts is important, as we'll refer back to them later.
He's refusing to
I'm not
identify
refusing the
himself.
ID. I'm
Let the
saying I
Secret
haven't
Service
broken a
know
law.
that He is not complying with our request for ID.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are being detained.
Under what probable cause?
The Secret Service is
Under what
us-
probable cause? I haven't
don't
committed
need
a
probable
crime.
cause to talk to you.
I haven't. It doesn't matter. You have
I'm
to.
not
If
gonna
you have to
argue- I'm not
detain
gonna
me,
argue the law with
then
you.
I'm leaving.
No, you're not.
Why am I being detained? You haven't given me probable cause for me to be detained.
Just a second. I don't need probable cause.
Yes, you do.
No,
You need reasonable articulable suspicion.
that's right.
Yes. What is it?
That's not.
What is it?
Reasonable.
What crime have I committed? Of what crime?
Right now, we're
Of
not
what
sure.
crime?
That's why we're talking.
You can't hold me for you're not sure. Don't reach in my pockets. That's not part of the Terry frisk.
Unless I feel something that could be contraband or a weapon, then I can.
No, you can't.
Sure I can.
That's not a Terry stop.
Sure it is.
Nope. It's a cursory search.
All right.
How dumb do you think the public is?
I don't think they're dumb at all.
Sergeant Barrientos is now reconsidering his decision to detain the man filming with the camera. The man appears knowledgeable and maintains a steadfast demeanor. As previously discussed, there is no clear reasonable suspicion or probable cause to justify the police's actions. The man is being detained without justification, effectively held back from leaving. The officers evade the issue by citing the pending arrival of the Secret Service. Their hesitant body language and ambiguous responses suggest they rely on assumptions rather than solid legal basis. When pressed about the supposed violation, they appear uncertain and unable to provide a clear rationale for their actions.
And you couldn't have got your pictures across the street?
I can get them from right here. It's the same public sidewalk.
You could get them from over there. Just
So I could get them from Google Earth, but I didn't. I got them from over there. That's not a crime. It's not a
It
crime.
certainly raises suspicion. when
It
you're
doesn't
dealing-
matter if it raises suspicion. It's not a
It
crime.
certainly does.
No,
We're
it doesn't.
charged with
It's not
investigating
a crime.
suspicious activity.
It's not. It's suspicious activity. Is that a misdemeanor or felony, sir?
Suspicious activity.
It, misdemeanor or felony?
It's neither. It depends.
That's right. It's neither. So I haven't committed a crime. You don't touch citizens.
I couldn't hear you.
Don't get any closer to me.
Or else what?
You're invading my personal space.
Or else what?
What do you think is going to happen?
You tell me.
You tell me. You're the one who wants to lean in like you want to kiss me. If I touched you that way, even with a finger, even if it just touched your clothes, I'm going to jail.
You already did that.
I did
Are
not.
you going to jail?
I did not.
You touched me?
No. It's all on camera. I did not. What crime have I committed?
Okay.
What crime have I committed? Am I being detained
Yes,
or am
you
I
are.
free to go?
You're being detained until the Secret Service clears you.
What reasonable, articulable suspicion do
I'll
you
leave that up
have?
to them.
You can't do that. You have to have
Well,
reasonable, articulable
doing
suspicion.
that.
What crime
That's
have
what
I
we're gonna
committed?
do. That's what we're going to
What crime have I committed?
do. That's what we're going to
What
do.
crime have I committed?
It's a broken record. It's going over and over.
No, well, because I need to know.
Okay.
You can't articulate a crime. Why don't you just get the chief out here? He'll clear it up.
Okay. I just got advised by...
No Am I being detained
You are
or
being-
am I
you are
free to go?
But
Thank
if you
you,
don't
sir.
leave the sidewalk,
I don't care to hear your lip.
Okay?
I'm not on the sidewalk. How's that?
Have a good day.
No, you have a terrible day because I'm going to file a complaint with your department.
Wouldn't be the first.
In general, people possess a First Amendment entitlement to film public spaces and governmental figures, including police officers, as they perform their duties in public. If the individual was on public property, like a sidewalk, he typically maintains the right to film. Given that the man was solely engaged in filming with no additional factors raising reasonable suspicion of criminal activity, the officer likely lacked justification to demand identification based solely on the act of filming. Consequently, the officer could potentially face legal repercussions for violating the man's First Amendment rights, such as disciplinary measures or even legal action.
Hello.
Hey, I'm Trooper Rummer with the State Police. I got a little microphone.
Nice to
gonna
meet you.
record our conversation, okay?
Yes, sir.
The reason I'm stopping you is because you don't have any license plates on this car.
Okay.
Any reason for that?
I'm from Dubai. It's my license plate right there.
Okay, but you're not in Dubai.
I'm visiting as a tourist.
Well, no, you're not visiting as a tourist if you brought a car with you.
This driver, a YouTuber known as Stig's Persian cousin, had an unfortunate run-in with the police while visiting the USA. However, he turned the situation around, emerging victorious from the encounter. He educated the officer on several matters the officer was unfamiliar with, ultimately causing the officer to leave the scene in haste. This YouTuber had traveled all the way from Dubai to embark on a scenic drive across North America while passing through Albany, Oregon. Despite adhering to traffic laws and respecting local regulations, the following incident occurred.
Okay, do you have your driver's license with you?
Yeah, of course. How it works is we ship the cars, we get a permit, and
You don't have a permit.
what you need is a carnet.
What's that?
A carnet. It's a very rare thing. I know you're confused, but we
No,
fly
I'm
them.
not confused.
We get a EPA exemption.
Pardon me?
A EPA exemption, and then a carnet de passage.
Do you have any of that?
Of course, yeah. I'm gonna provide everything.
You have something that says you can drive this car on the road?
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at that.
Of course. So it's gonna be a lot of documents. I'll give you one by
Because
one.
I think what you're talking about is the ability to import this, and what I'm talking about is registering it.
No. Well,
You have your driver's license with you.
yeah. I'm just trying to answer your questions.
The officer claims he's not confused, but he doesn't understand the driver's explanation. Here are the key points. The Carnet de Passage, CPD, is an international customs document that allows for the duty-free temporary importation of a vehicle, acting as a passport for the vehicle. The EPA exemption refers to the Environmental Protection Agency's emission standards for vehicles, which generally prevent non-compliant vehicles from being imported into the U.S. However, non-resident tourists can temporarily import such vehicles if they agree not to sell them and to export them when they leave. With these terms clarified, let's see how the officer responds.
It's a temporary import.
It's a what?
It's a temporary import. It's not a permanent thing. We fly our cars here, we do our trips, and we fly them back. That's how it works. I know it's confusing, but
No, it's not confusing. It's very simple.
no,
All
sir.
right. If you have some sort of import,
Yeah.
that's to get it into the country. Okay.
I'll
Let me see what you have that says you can drive it on the road in Oregon.
You understand in a second.
Pardon me?
You're gonna understand in a second.
I'm pretty sure I know what I'm talking about right now.
So this is my permit. It's an international federal agreement.
Okay.
And I'm gonna provide you with a driver's license in a second.
Do you have your insurance with you?
Yes, sir. So this would be the international driver's license, which they come as a package. There you go. The other part is inside it as well. This would be the registration of the vehicle.
What is this?
The registration of the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I need is proof of insurance.
Sure.
This is
So the
this is Canada? Okay.
no, sir.
There you go.
This is UAE.
I need your insurance.
All right. Why are you so defensive? I'm trying
Pardon
to.
me?
Why are you so defensive? I'm trying to.
No, I'm just asking for these documents, and you won't quit talking about other stuff.
No, sir. I provide you everything
I
you've
want
asked
your
for.
insurance, okay?
I provide you.
I don't need anything else right now.
Sure. You just asked me for the document.
Pardon me?
You just asked for a document, I provided you, and I'm gonna provide you the insurance in a second, sir. There you go.
The officer adamantly denies taking a defensive stance, yet his demeanor suggested otherwise. As the discussion progressed and the driver explained the permits and certifications involved, the officer's initial confidence waned visibly, replaced by a growing sense of frustration and discomfort. It became apparent that he lacked familiarity with the details of Carnet de Passage and EPA exemptions, which seemed to challenge his authority.
This is not insurance.
Sir, on the bottom, you can read it. It's insurance. The policy number is there as well.
Where are you taking this car?
I'm going to Canada.
We're going where?
I'm going to Canada, Vancouver.
Where did you import the car into?
From Canada, I drove it in here. I do a road trip every 2 years.
You do a what trip?
Imagine you want to drive your car in Europe. What do? You ship your car there, you drive it for a month, and you ship it back.
No, that's not what I do. Okay, look, you.
What is your question, officer? I can answer your question.
Look.
Yes, sir.
Here's your stuff here. You got to get a temporary permit, okay? I have another call I have to go to.
Sir,
be safe pulling out into traffic.
It's a federal law. You don't know the law. What the?
Despite not justifying the officer's behavior or lack of knowledge, it's possible he was perplexed by the vehicle's origin from a distant country, as the driver rightly highlighted. The situation would likely be similar if an American brought their car to a European country. In summary, vehicles with foreign license plates can be driven temporarily in the U.S. if they are appropriately documented, comply with U.S. standards, or qualify for necessary exemptions.